Okay, so my audience is going to introduce themselves first.
Hi, I'm Maria.
Hi, I'm Narina.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Okay. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Listening to yourself is an act of self-confidence. I'm sure there are times when we all have wanted to hide from a situation because it was too hard to endure and we didn't feel like we were confident enough to achieve it. For me to become the hero of my movie, I had to endure not being confident in my early high school days. I will discuss today the causes of this and the tips I utilized to break the endless cycle of negativity to change the narrative. When I was younger, I associated confidence with how I'm perceived by others rather than my own self. So this movie starts off with me in high school to me as of right now. Before looking at how I overcame the judgment of others, let's take a look at some of the causes of my not being confident in high school. In high school, I was not as confident, and I would most associate this with surrounding myself with the wrong people and self-sabotage. Okay. A study done by Inc. Life shows that people with low self-esteem unintentionally encourage people to treat them poorly. When you feel bad about yourself, your attempts to gain support backfire. Being around people who don't appreciate your time allows room for you to feel the same way about yourself. I have found now that being with people who appreciate my company and treat me better has brought me towards being more confident. Second, this leads me to the point to confidence issues with self-sabotage. I know I've faced times where I gave up before I even started. And according to Mind Tools, self-sabotage sets you up to fail. It reinforces negative behavior that eats away at your potential for success. In this way, you may constantly find yourself falling short of the goals you've set for yourself. Now, to summarize, I think high school is a time for everyone to figure out how to find their confidence, and being surrounded by the same people for 4 years means some will outgrow others. It also means you might be in an environment where you feel judged and get in your head a lot about everything, which leads to self-sabotage. Next, now that I've looked at the beginning of this journey and how I was not confident because of different factors, I want to introduce you to how I had overcome this. To become the hero of my movie and become more confident, I had to start becoming nice to myself and learning how to say no. First, thinking negatively about myself got me nowhere in the past. Turning my I can't to I can helped me realize I was capable of doing more. Gustavo Rossetti of Fearless Culture says, "Self-compassion is treating oneself with kindness and care just like you treat a friend." This statement makes a lot of sense to me because you wouldn't be rude to one of your friends or your younger self, so there's no reason to be excessively hard on yourself. Second, starting to say no helps you create boundaries and builds your self-esteem. It seems to be just another form of self-care. The second I learned to say no to things that I was uncomfortable with, and personally, I started making intentional choices to free up my time, energy, and attention for what felt meaningful to me. Self-care can help anyone become a hero for themselves, especially if you came from an environment that didn't allow you to become confident or have your voice be heard. The beginning of my journey started with me lacking this form of self-care. But as time has progressed, I learned to set boundaries and be better to my current and future self. To conclude, confidence is a hero. It helps you to realize that no one can ever make you feel inferior unless you let them. This is something that I wish I had knew earlier because of how many obstacles I faced before deciding that I needed to change to allow me to grow. Thank you.